This is one of the wildest roads in North America, remote, rugged, and absolutely stunning. We're taking our van up the legendary Stewart-Cassiar Highway, deep into British Columbia's wilderness and all the way to Alaska. Along the way, we'll find wildlife, search for glaciers, and soak in the kind of solitude you can only find out here. The road isn't just a route north, it's a reminder of why we chose this life in the first place. So buckle up and come along for the ride. This is Vanlife through wild British Columbia. If you're new here, I'm Emily, this is Brian, and our adventure pup Wes. We've been living on the road full-time in our converted Sprinter van since July 2024. This is our adventure out there.
Good morning! We are at the start of the Stewart-Cassiar Highway, one of the most wild and remote sections of road in all of Canada, and we're excited to take you guys along with us.
Yeah, it is one of the more iconic ways and wild ways, as Brian mentioned, to get up to Alaska. It spans nearly 725 kilometers through glaciers, forests. There should be some more wildlife, more bears. We're hoping we're going to see them, and we're excited to take you guys along with us.
Yeah, first though, we've got to top off here with fuel, with DEF. There aren't a lot of gas stations along the route, so we're going to make sure we're good to go there, and we'll see what we get into. Got it?
Yeah. It's heavier than I thought it would be.
All right, while we're here, I'm also going to fill up these 2 jerry cans. Like I said, there's not a lot of fuel stations along the way. If we take any side trips, then we do run the risk of running out of fuel, so we don't want to do that. And fuel gets really expensive on this highway too, so this will help. 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. All right, everything's topped off. Let's get the show on the road. We just saw a mama bear with, look, I think there were 3 cubs with her. We turned around. We're hoping to see them again, but there's 3 large trucks that just drove by that might scare them back into the woods. So let's go see. Come on. Hi, guys.
Hi. Nice to see you. Safe travels.
We've only been into this drive for about 15 minutes. We've already seen 3 bears. That's pretty cool. Our friend from Canada said that the spirit bear we saw the other day is a good omen. So let's hope for more wildlife. Big black boots, long brown hair. She is so sweet with her get back stare. I can see you home with me. I think we found home for the night. It's a really cool place.
Stoked to call this home for tonight. We are lakefront. Awesome first night on the Cassiar.
So Wes does have to be on leash here. It's a park and it's a high density bear area. So he might not approve, but he's always happy to get out of the van. Let's go.
There's a grizzly down there. Oh.
Let's go down just a little further.
Yeah, we were going to do a loop with Wes.
I still think we do a loop.
That's right where we were going to go.
We're gonna keep making our way down. We obviously won't get too close. Looks like a younger bear, but I think we also owe the other campers in the area just a little bit of a heads up. We talked to one of the staff here today, and they said it's been about a week since the last bear sighting, and they are grizzlies. Apparently they've been hanging out at the junction a little further up the road, so I mean, it's always cool to see them. Let's go see if we can see from here.
Yeah, he's definitely a grizzly. He's got the hump. No, I don't either.
All right, we were gonna kind of go around camp and let people know that he was cruising around, but everyone already knew. Everyone's just kind of on alert right now. We put Wes away. He's gone. We just saw a park ranger. I think he's kind of moved back into the woods. So that was exciting. What bear? That was number 11?
Number 11.
Yeah, 2 grizzlies.
2 grizz.
1 spirit bear.
1 spirit.
Pretty cool.
One of our Patreons said that we need to keep looking out because we're going to see Bigfoot next. We're on a roll.
Are we in Bigfoot land?
Mm-hmm.
Good morning. We had a really nice stay here at this campground. It's absolutely beautiful. It was really peaceful, minus the little bit of chaos that ensued when that grizzly came through camp. We talked to one of the staff members here. They said that this particular fella is a 3-year-old that's recently been kicked out of the house by mom, so he's just trying to figure things out, and they're doing their best to make sure he doesn't become conditioned to food, which is never good for humans or bears. And now we're about to take off. We've got about an hour drive, and we're heading into one of the most remote towns in all of Alaska, which is only accessible by road through Canada. Bear Glacier.
Left my dreams on the ocean, it seems, where the fortunate cleave to their lovers. Oh, the path will tell toward heaven, there's hell, for I'm wrestling the swell of my brothers. And outside of my heart, an old man.
We made it to Alaska! Hyder, Alaska. As Brian mentioned, it's completely cut off from the rest of Alaska. Very small little town, less than 100 people, and it almost looks like a little town that got forgotten in the past. Super cute though. We'll show you guys more of it when we go back through, but for now we are headed up to see the Salmon Glacier, which I'm hoping we can get to. We did see somebody else try and come up here like a week or 2 ago, and the road was still blocked from snow. So hopefully some of the rain recently melted the snow, but we'll find out here in just a second.
Sunsets on my brow, on my back in my plow, as the lambs walking down.
We're on our way up the mountain yet. We haven't made it to the final spot, but got our first glimpse of the Salmon Glacier here, and this canyon down below is just stunning.
And outside of my heart, an old man may sow.
What do you think our chances are of making it to the glacier?
I mean, we're getting pretty close. We got like 3 miles left, so I think we're pretty good.
I think we're good. It looks like they've been working on this road, hopefully. Hopefully we make it all the way.
Outside of my heart, an old man is real. But inside,
Yeah, it definitely looks like somebody came through here and plowed. So that's promising. Oh. Go, Gertie, go. All day long. Oh, is that in the middle of the road up there?
We might be at the end of the road. Looks like there might be a piece of equipment in the middle of the road up here. We're going to try to get through this patch of snow, but I think this might be it. Nope. That's a big nope.
Big nope. Wah, wah. We got to see the glacier though.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
You show me everywhere you go. You talk like you feel the time crying. And baby, it goes to show. Nobody's fooling nobody. We're all come and gone. Go ahead on. Go ahead on. Go ahead on. Baby, just go ahead on.
All right, we may have gotten skunked at the Glacier, and we need to figure out what we're going to do for tonight. But we are in Hyder, and when you're in Hyder, I think you need to get fudge. All right, let's try this fudge. Have you ever seen red fudge? I got the raspberry fudge. What'd you get? Cookies and cream?
Cookies and cream.
Okay. Where's yours?
Thank you.
This is going to be very rich. Wow, looks good. Swirly. Wow. I'm glad we stopped. That's really good. Next stop, post office. Dropping these off for our Patreons. Not sure when you're gonna get these. Hopefully it's before this video comes out. Might be a while. We were told last winter they went 1 month and 3 weeks at one point without getting or receiving any mail. So hopefully it's before all that. Hi, Rob. Hopefully you just get them. There were so many webs on that handle. I don't know when the last time was this box was emptied.
So apparently there's a tradition here in Hyder of taking a shot of to get Hyderized. Brian's not gonna do that, obviously, because he's driving. But am I gonna be a guinea pig? We'll see. All right, so in there, you couldn't do any videotaping. There was a sign when we walked in. We wanted to respect their rules. So no video to prove it. But I may have gotten Hyderized.
I did not. Not this time around.
Brian's got to drive. So next time we'll be back.
And what was it?
I'm not, shh.
Oh yeah, we're not supposed
You're
to
not
tell.
supposed to tell until after you take the shot. So if you want to know what it is, although I think I already said it anyways, you'll have to come find out. It's not as bad as it sounds.
All right, that was a fun couple hours in Hyder. Now it's time to go find out where we're gonna camp for the night, and also find out what it's like going back to the Canadian border.
Again.
Back in Canada, easy peasy. Pretty much the same questions we got the first time we entered. Let's go find camp. We found camp for the night. It's a free rec site, Clements Lake. Let's see if the kid approves.
This is a beautiful little lake here, and the sun's starting to come out too. It's gonna be a good night.
Guys, can we talk about how awesome this campsite is? It's free, beautiful lake. There's a dock out there we might swim to in the morning if it's sunny. Wes is having the best time of his life. We have a fire. Yeah, this is what Cassiar Vanlife's all about. Good morning. We had a really nice stay here at this campsite. Absolutely beautiful free campsite. We met some really cool fellow travelers last night, so we really didn't get any filming done. And it's time to get moving. We've got about 3 hours of driving, so let's hit the road.
End of the line, eh?
End of the line.
Where you going, babe? You can go.
To the end of the line.
You see if Gertie floats?
Want to see?
No. No, stop.
Well, I think we take one of those spots.
Yeah, not bad.
Cool. I think this will be home for the night. It's been raining all day. It's starting to let up, so maybe we'll get some outside time. Let's see if the dude approves. Let me out. All right, that spot was nice, but we looked on iOverlander, and it looks like there might be something maybe a little better with more of a view, lake view, a little bit further up the road. So we decided to try that out, and we just happened to hit the section of the Cassiar that's not paved. So we'll see how this goes. Just a little uneven, so I'm gonna get us level, and it's starting to rain again, so probably another inside day, but I can dig this view.
Well, the sun is trying to come out. It's really pretty right now, but it's really cold. It's snowing earlier. So tonight, I think we're gonna cook dinner in the van. All right, this is a Vanlife shepherd's pie. There's only that much left. Do you want that?
Sure. And then taters on top. Heck yeah. Oh my goodness. Get some of those veggies. He's gonna burn my face off.
Probably.
I'm glad you put the corn in there. Bon appetit. Time for a movie and some snacks. Good night. Come on.
One of the very few stops on the Cassiar is Jade City, which we just pulled up to now, and I'm excited to learn the history of it, but it's all locally mined here in BC. So let's see what they got. Ooh, it's so smooth. That's pretty.
Got a little souvenir, and in about another half an hour we should be at camp. We took a last-minute flight to a tropical island. Just kidding, we're at Boya Lake, British Columbia still.
We made our way further north today to this incredibly blue and turquoise lake. It's just absolutely stunning. It's about 80 kilometers from actually the end of the Cassiar Highway where it meets the Alcan. But we had to stop here for the night, maybe even two. It is like nothing I've ever seen in the mountains before. The color of this water. Hopefully the sun comes out. We can go swimming later and really, really take it all in. But I guess it gets this like aquamarine color blue because of the silt that sits on the bottom as well as shell fragments. And so when the sun comes down and reflects off of those, it just turns this stunning, stunning color. Absolutely spectacular. Pretty sure my beanie is the same color as the water.
Your what?
My toque. My toque is the same color as the water. We're in Canada. I messed up. I much rather prefer the word toque than beanie.
Oh, what do we got? Hopefully whatever we got isn't burnt. 3, 2.
Yum. It's chicken parm without the breading.
There's noodles. I like noodles.
Oh my God.
That's a pole. Getting ready to go to bed, taking Wes out for one last pee. Look at how beautiful this place is. And it's 10:30 at night. So it is time for bed. We'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. There's a couple little hiking trails here. Let's go check them out. We found him. We actually found him. That hike was so beautiful and gorgeous through the woods and along the lakeshore, and today is just turning out to be like the most beautiful day. And to think that it's probably going to be our last night tonight on the Cassiar, and to have a day like today where it's finally sunny after 5 days of lots of rain, just feeling really, really fortunate. I think we're going to make some lunch and then see if we can rent a canoe or a kayak and go out on the lake. Don't dump me Don't dump you?
in the lake. Pretty cool. Might have to get a canoe for Gertie. Feels like we're on a honeymoon or something on a tropical island.
We're in Fiji.
Hey, that's where we went on our honeymoon, actually.
Except these are false sandy beaches.
Yeah, don't get too close to the water here because it is so silty.
Clay.
I learned the hard way and almost lost my sandal.
And by the way, way of the roads. Am I pointing at the canoe? I think I am. I think we want a canoe now. Now we get it.
Yeah, After watching you guys canoe around all the beautiful lakes in British Columbia and Canada, we were like, we gotta give it a try. And you guys are onto something.
I think so. It's a good workout too.
Maybe we need to get one for Gertie.
So go have a snack and enjoy this beautiful day. I can't believe our last day on the Cassiar is gonna be this sunny.
We're lucky. Just dumped the canoe trying to get back in it. We might have to reconsider if we're cut out for canoe life
Oh, don't wish that.
or not. Now I'm very wet and very cold.
Try that again.
Slowly making our way back. Bit of a headwind. And just trying to make it to the other side of this lake. Dry-ish. Got a little bit more to go.
We made it back. One flip. Not the end of the world. I think we got a little bit to learn. But I'm digging canoe life. Let's do some circuits.
We made it back to camp. We're still married after Brian dumped me in the canoe. And that's exactly why I didn't take this camera out there and only brought the action cam. Time to dry out.
I love you, babe. To the screen. Get it?
The screen adds a whole nother layer of complexity. We haven't done like just a regular chili in a while.
It's been a minute.
What's this? What you got here? It's spicy. I made it a little spicy.
Oh, you put that in here already?
No, I didn't put it in there, but like the chili is kind of spicy.
It's medium.
It's got some heat. I'm surprised you didn't eat all these.
Me too. Mm-hmm.
Cheers. Boop. Maybe we didn't get a clink. That's still pretty bad. Boop. Boop.
Mmm. I swear every time you make this, somehow it gets better and better. And it's still chilly outside to eat chili.
It is.
What time is it?
8 o'clock. On the dot. 8 o'clock on the dot.
I don't know what time it got dark last night, but I think we're creeping towards midnight at this point.
This lake's gonna be hard to leave.
It is. Definite stop on the way back. Maybe we'll be better at watercraft.
Canoeing by then.
Although I'm thinking maybe pack raft.
Pack raft would be cool. Then you'd be on your own and you wouldn't be able to dump me like you did today.
Wasn't on purpose.
I know it wasn't on purpose, but I don't think we told the story. So Brian was trying to launch us off of the shore, and I was already sitting in the canoe, and he was pushing the canoe into the water.
It was really windy, by the way.
And then it was really windy.
Which is why I was pushing.
And then he jumped into the canoe after he pushed off, and we fell in probably like 3 feet of water.
got
4 feet of water.
it got wonky really quick.
It did get wonky really quick. And
Yeah.
it was refreshing.
And luckily, we weren't out in the middle of the lake.
I know, what do you do if you dump a canoe in the middle of the lake?
I started thinking about that on the way back. Like, we had life vests on.
Yeah.
We didn't have Wes. We didn't bring Wes for that reason. He doesn't have a life vest with us right now. And yeah, what do you do? Like, getting back in that canoe can't be easy, especially 2 people. Do you just leave it and swim?
Oh man.
Luckily, that didn't happen.
We will have redemption.
I feel like we cruised back in on that canoe like we've been doing it for years. And I don't know if anyone actually saw us flip it. Super fun day though.
Really fun day. And there might be some northern lights tonight. The problem is it doesn't get like pitch black. I don't know if it fully gets pitch black ever, or maybe like 1 o'clock in the morning it might.
We'll find out.
Because it's still like kind of twilighty at like 11 p.m. We haven't stayed up past that, so we don't really know, but set an alarm tonight and we'll see if we get some light show. It's actually clear, so that'd be pretty cool.
I thought I just saw a bear.
All right, it's 10:30. We're supposed to be waking up at 1 to see the northern lights, but it's freaking bright out still. We'll wake up at 1 and see if it's darker, but might be going right back to bed. Good night.
Good night.
Good morning. So we woke up early this morning at 1 o'clock. We set our alarms. We peeked outside at the window and it was still light out. So we actually didn't get out of bed, but we're kind of kicking ourselves because we have a couple of friends in the area and they got up at 3 o'clock this morning, and the photos we saw on Instagram this morning were beautiful of the northern lights. So hopefully we get another chance soon. But for now, we are continuing north on the Cassiar. We are actually only a few kilometers from the end of the Cassiar here, and we just entered the Yukon territory.
Yeah, this section of British Columbia, this drive was absolutely incredible. We saw a lot of wildlife. It's green, it's remote. We love the remoteness. The rivers, some of the rivers and lakes we've seen here have just been mind-blowing.
Yes,
Like,
so aqua blue.
Yeah, it's one of the most incredible drives you've ever done. I will say that this time of year, fuel really wasn't an issue, and neither was camping. But if you are going to tackle this highway, make sure you do your research because there are times when you might not get fuel at some of the gas stations we were able to get it at. So keep that in mind.
All in all, we absolutely loved the Cassiar. We cannot wait to do it again on our return trip south. That's the plan right now, and we'll be looking forward to that. And we're just gonna keep heading north to Alaska. So make sure you guys follow along. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next adventure out there.
Bye!
So 1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks. Now you don't need money when you look like that, do you, honey?